So y'all remember all the months ago when I made this video right here talking about, dang, what was I talking about? Hold on. This is when you should really just prepare before you make a video instead of just jump on a video like you know what you want to talk about. But I knew what I wanted to talk about. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's scroll back to all them months ago. All them months ago. Back when we were going outside, hugging people, touching all the stuff in the store just because we want to touch it and we the touchy-feely type. All them months ago. Where is the video? Okay, all right. So I made two videos. One of the videos is a $250 credit card fee worth it, American Express Gold Card. And then I also made another video saying credit scores don't mean ish. Bam. And in that video, I talked about how I have a perfect, daggone near perfect credit score. 848 out of 850, 900, I can't remember the scores, but they're daggone near perfect. One was 2 points from perfect, and the other one on a 900-point scale, I can't remember what that was, but it was close to perfect. Yet, I was still denied credit from a credit card when I applied. And then, of course, a lot of people came back in the comments with blah, 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 what you think. That's because they know better. That's because you ain't all that. That's because, you know, you're trying to get over on them poor credit card companies who ain't got money for people like you to be getting over on them. And I'm like, but that ain't true, because all I'm doing is playing by the rules and the games and the stuff that they came up with for people that they claim if you do this and if you do that, we'll give you some points. That's all I'm doing. But y'all out there acting like I'm taking their good money from their $1 trillion company when I'm not. Well, guess what, y'all? I received this in the mail. Notice of proposed class action settlement. Bam. And I have until April 28th to submit my stuff online or to fill this thing out and mail it back to them, and I will be getting part of that settlement. What is the settlement, y'all ask? It's because, like I explained in them videos, and I know I explained to some of you guys in certain comments, or people asked what had happened, what had went down, and what it was. I had told y'all a few years ago. Yeah, let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Let's just go ahead and keep this glow up. Let's talk about it. A few years ago, I had a few Chase credit cards. And let me also say this. I love the Chase product. They have a good product. They give great points for their products, and they have great exchange rates for their points. Chase product is one of the credit cards that I highly recommend for people, and I get nothing back from it because Chase won't even have me as a customer. Chase will not even have me as a customer, right? Oh well. So a few years ago, I had a Chase credit card, and I would have authorized users on my Chase credit card. Why? Because Chase, and a lot of credit cards, y'all know, when you're a customer of them, they will start sending you emails. They'll start sending you letters in the mail saying, hey, add an authorized user, add an authorized user, add an authorized user. And a lot of times you'll be like, I don't know any authorized users. I'm not going to add any authorized users, right? But they really keep encouraging you. Even if you call them to ask them a question, they would say, hey, you know, if you add an authorized user, and you'd be like, maybe, perhaps, next time. So I started adding authorized users to my Chase credit card. One here, two there. Nothing extravagant. No more than 3 or 4 extra authorized users. And but what had happened was these authorized users would never use the credit card. When you add an authorized user, the credit card comes to you. And after the credit card comes to you, it is up to you to actually get said credit card to that authorized user. Whatever that authorized user does on that card, regardless of you and the authorized user's agreement, you are ultimately responsible for that bill. So if they use your card without your consent and they spend $1,000 and then they don't pay the bill or whatever, you're responsible for that. It is your card. all late fees, all interest, all of that will be applied to you. So therefore, you have to be careful when adding an authorized user, right? So for the most part, a lot of times you're going to only add people who are family, close friends, for the most part. But here's the thing. This is what a lot of credit cards don't tell you. Now, this doesn't apply for American Express. It only applies for MasterCard's Visas. When you add an authorized user to your already established card, that authorized user inherits the credit of that card, meaning that they inherit that card's credit history, they inherit the longevity of the card, they inherit the good payments, the good payment history, or the bad of that card. So even if you want to be an authorized user on somebody else's card, you need to be mindful of that too, because let's say like if you become an authorized user on one of my cards, now I make a late payment on that card. That now affects your credit history. That is a ding against your credit file. Yeah, that is a ding against your credit file, right? So you would say, well, why would people do this? Why would people put authorized users on their cards or become an authorized user on somebody's card? Why? Because some people have very low credit scores. And one of the tactics that a credit repair company will do is they will find people such as myself who has really good credit history, longevity, and payment and relationship with a bank. And they will try to say, hey, can you put this person on your credit card? Money may or may not be exchanged. It could be a side hustle, right? Or you can help your family members out who trying to fix their credit, repair their credit, add them to one of your great accounts that's in good standing, and they will inherit that account, and this will boost up their credit score, right? Now, credit card companies, while it's not illegal because they encourage you to add authorized users, but they really want your authorized users to run up credit because that's what a credit card is in business for. They're in business. The way they make their money is when you owe them interest. The way they make their money is when you're late on your payments and now you have to pay late fees. That's how they make their money. But when you get somebody like me who's always on top of her business, she's never going to owe you interest because she always pays off her balance at the end of the month or within that month. She's never going to make a late payment. So you're not going to make money off of her being me, okay? So this is where Chase Bank cut off my credit card. They sent me a letter. And then when I called them to challenge them on why did they cut off my credit card, they said to me, because I was not using the card as intended. I questioned, what does that even mean? And they said, because I have authorized users that aren't using the cards as intended. And I was like, but this is not against the policy. These are my cards. I can add anybody I want to the cards as an authorized user. See, the problem with that is I'm not using the cards as intended, meaning as they intended. What they intended for me to do was to be another reckless, irresponsible credit card user and a consumer in America, just consuming, right? That's what they intended. They intended to make money off of me. They intended being that, oh, she has a good credit score and oh, she makes a good income. So what does that mean? That means that she has a lot of extra money to buy up a lot of stuff and barely make payments. They intended to make money from me and they did not. So they cut off of my credit card, all three. I had 3 products with them. They cut off all 3. And mind you, I had only added authorized users to one of the cards, but they cut off all 3. And so I was like, you know what? Oh, well, hey, it's their business. It's their product. They can do whatever they want. They can have me or not have me as a customer according to whatever rules they make up. And that was a made up rule because like I said, all I did was add authorized users to my card. That's all I did. Not 10 of them, not, like I said, it was no more. It didn't even get above 5. because you can only add but so many at a time. Only so many can be an authorized user at a time. So it was way below whatever that limit was, okay? And so that was that. Now, last year in September, when I told you guys that, hey, I have a perfect credit score, yet I still get denied credit. Chase was one of the banks that denied me credit. And when they denied me credit, their terms were, hold on as I read it, they said, due to previous unsatisfactory relationship with this bank. That was the terms for them denying me credit. Now, fast forward to this month, April. I received this in the mail, basically saying that you are receiving this notice because between January 28, 2014 and November 22nd, 2019, you appear to have been sent an adverse action notice from Chase containing either previous unsatisfactory relationship with this bank or previous unsatisfactory relationship with us or one of our affiliates as the only reason for taking an adverse action in connection with your credit card account. You may be entitled to benefits under a proposed settlement. You can submit a claim for benefits online or by mailing a claim form to the settlement administrator. If you submit a valid claim form postmarked by April 28, 2020, you will receive a payment of $148. Now, $148 ain't $1 million, but guess what? It is something because I wasn't chasing this and I didn't even know it was a thing, and I sure enough wasn't about to take any steps to do a class action lawsuit. So I just think that that is super dope. They cut me off for adding authorized users to my account who never made purchases. And like I said, ultimately because they never made any extra money off of me, and because I was racking up my points and using their points to get free airplane tickets, and they didn't like that because basically they was giving me more money than what they was earning from me, which is never what a credit card company intends. But now, because of that, they will be paying out who knows how much money to people like me who they duped at the end of the day. And my little piece of the pie from that is $148, which I will be applying to my mortgage, because paying off my house ahead of the 30-year loan agreement is my next takeover. So that's all I have to say to y'all. That's an update on that. Until the next video, y'all. Thanks y'all for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below if something like this has ever happened to you all. And if you have a Chase product and they did something like this to you, check out this proposed class action settlement, okay? Google Chen, CHEN versus Chase Bank USA. Google that and see what you can find on that. Peace.